Hello friends. Long before Kerala became famous for its 100% literacy rate, it was a place where books were a luxury. In the early 1900s, if you were born in a small village, your world was bounded by the fields you worked in. Knowledge belonged behind locked doors. But a young schoolteacher named Puthuvayal Narayana Panicker refused to accept that. In 1926, at just 17 years old, Panicker did something unusual for his time. He didn't just teach the children in his classroom, he walked into a small quiet room in his village Ambalapura, then started the Sanatana Dharmam library. He didn't have funding, corporate sponsors or government grants. What he had was an absolute, unshakable conviction that a book could change a person's destiny. He traveled from house to house, carrying a simple cloth bag. He begged the wealthy for books they had already read, and he begged the poor to just spend 1 hour learning to decipher the letters on the page. He walked miles under the scorching sun and through heavy monsoon downpours, with a singular slogan on his lips: Vechu Valaruka, read and grow. To Panicker, reading wasn't just an academic exercise. It was the ultimate act of defiance against poverty and ignorance. He used to tell people that a man who reads is a man who cannot be easily cheated. As the years passed, Panicker's vision outgrew his village. In 1945, he brought together representatives from 47 rural libraries to form the Granthashala Sangam, the Library Association. Imagine the sheer logistical nightmare of doing this in the 1940s: no phones, no internet, no proper roads. Panicker traveled to the deepest, most remote corners of Kerala, mostly on foot or by country boats. He visited villages where people had never seen a newspaper. He didn't just drop off books and leave. He helped the villagers build a community around them. In these tiny thatched-roof rural libraries, farmers, laborers, and scholars sat side by side. They read the news aloud to those who couldn't read, they debated politics, and they discussed agriculture. Panicker turned libraries into the glowing campfires of rural society. Under his relentless care, those 47 libraries grew into more than 6,000. When the government eventually took control of the Library Association, Panicker didn't retire to a comfortable life. He was an old man by then. But his fire hadn't dimmed. He immediately turned his energy toward adult illiterate individuals, founding CANFED, Kerala Association for Non-Formal Education and Development. He proved that you are never too old to learn. Because of the infrastructure or knowledge he spent 60 years building, Kerala officially declared 100% literacy in 1991. He lived just long enough to see his lifelong dream become reality before passing away in 1995. P.N. Panicker started with a cloth bag and a handful of discarded books. Today, an entire nation of over 1.4 billion people celebrates National Reading Day on June 19 because of him. His life is a powerful reminder. You don't need immense wealth or authority to spark a revolution. You just need a relentless belief in a simple idea and the willingness to take the first step, even if you have to carry it on your back. Thanks for watching.